Yeah, hello, my friends. Here I am with Kathy, the one I just did a very short video the other day in the last exercise, doing the biceps. That's her.
That's
So,
me.
Kathy, because people was curious, I said that you were 87. Is that true or just?
Yes, I'm almost 88. Hate to admit it.
Oh
but
my God.
Yeah.
Most of the people want to say the age, but I'm so glad that you have no problem with it because you're very proud of it. Am I right?
Well, I encourage, and I want to encourage everybody as they get to be 60 or 70 years old to keep your body in shape. Work out, swim, walk, and lifting weights.
But let me ask you one thing. You didn't start this when you were very young, right?
No, I didn't. I grew up in Minnesota. I've always been a swimmer,
Yeah.
and as a child, and as I had my family, I had 5 children, and so I didn't have a lot of time there to be lifting weights,
Well,
except for them.
Well, then for a while you worked in the airlines,
Yeah, I worked for the airlines. I was an airline hostess for TWA.
and then later on you became a person that was setting up trips all over the world for
Yes,
people.
my late husband and I had 3 travel agencies at one time, and so we traveled the world. And I began swimming laps when I was 70, and I've continued doing that on a regular basis. And then when I moved here and met Mario,
Yeah, well,
and
We
so
did it for
Mario is the wonderful personal trainer
Wow.
who knows how to deal with older people. He knows what, you have to be very careful because you can't have some young, well, I don't mean all young trainers, but mostly the young trainers are used to working with younger people and they're going to have you going
I
very
understand.
fast. Mario knows that as we get older, we can't do that. We
well,
need to work
because
with our
first
bodies.
of all, not that I've been competing to Mr. World or Mr. Universe, but also I've been doing it and I keep doing it myself, so I'm aging myself also.
Right.
So I relate more with people like you.
Yeah, right.
Because in the process, you understand that you're not 20, you're not 30, you're not 40, you're not
Right.
50. And I keep going, my breath is coming too, so
Yes.
I don't want to tell it, but I mean, anyways. But my admiration for you is that you never stop working out now. You still swimming, and you have a fantastic way of swimming. I watch you in the pool. It's unbelievable style you have for swimming. Where you learn that from?
Well, I grew up swimming. I grew up living in Minneapolis, 2 blocks from 2 different lakes. And so as a kid, we lived at the lake and lived in the water. And then when I was in college at the University of Minnesota, one summer I took, for PE, I took swimming. And that was where I really was trained to do lap swimming and proper
Yeah, proper-
breathing and everything. And so, but swimming is a wonderful all-round exercise.
Yeah, but another thing that impressed me and many people that know you, Kathy, you've been a person, you wrote a book.
Yes.
What was the name of the book you wrote?
The book was called Widow with a Husband, an Alzheimer's Experience, because my late husband suffered from Alzheimer's for 7 years before he died. And at that time, I had gone back to college to finish a master's program. And as one of the projects of the master's program was this book that I wrote. And it was about my experience as his wife and caregiver through those 7 years.
Amazing. Also, I see the way you talk, the way you always communicate with people. You more like you're on a spiritual journey. Also, I see you. Like, don't forget. Anytime that people train with weight, they think we all stupid or we just egotistical, self-centered. You name it, all kind of names. But you've been a person very open-minded, very giving, very amazing. So, what is that you start being like very spiritual? What happened to you?
Well, I think I think I've always been on a spiritual path of where in a different levels, but going back to college in 2006, the last year of my husband's life, was a master's degree program at Holy Names University in Oakland, California, and the program was Culture and Spirituality. It was a very beautiful, wonderful, life-changing program. And so I'm very conscious now as I'm getting to the last part of my life to be aware of the spiritual, not just my spiritual journey, but everyone is on a spiritual journey. And I think that's part of aging creatively, let's put it that way, is to be in good physical space and good physical, what do I want to say, shape, but you also have to have good mental shape and good spiritual space. So
Well, that's
those
why
things all come together.
That's what I ask you this because I know a lot of people react about your video doing the last exercise doing biceps with the 10 pounds and I was impressed. But I want to make sure that you give the message properly to the people because you are a person full of life, full of spirituality, and this is what you wanna suggest people to train with the weights also.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've been working out with Mario now for 5 years, since I moved down here from Northern California, and I met Mario and found out he was a personal trainer and Mr. Uruguay. And so I've been working out with him, and as I tell him every day, Mario, you know I would never do this on my own.
I'm
And I
lucky.
think most of us would not do it on our own. But Mario is not only he's not only my physical trainer, personal trainer, but he's a spiritual trainer for me too, because we talk about things like this while we're working
at
out.
least I'm a good listener. I cannot compare with you. You're an
Oh,
amazing
Mario,
lady.
no.
So for all my friends, this is Kathy that I want you to
Thank
remember
you.
and a great inspiration for so many people every day.
Thank you, and I wish I could meet each one of you and have a one-on-one conversation. It would be wonderful.
Best to you, my
So-
friends. Best to you.
Yeah.